What's going on, guys? Jeff Fan here. Ezra Lynn Nelson on the screen. It's commander setup. Monarch. It's gonna be a decent game in the Monarch, and talk about British commanders real quick. Ezra Lynn Nelson opens things up. It is a game changer, really, and the reason why I say that is because of what she brings to the table. Now, I know the Big 7 perk is loved or hated. It's kind of a controversial perk. I'm not a fan of it. Reason being is because I just don't think that it provides enough penetration for these British rounds, British shells. So I decided to go in a different direction with that slot. But yeah, you get the range, right, and some of the options that Cunningham would provide, like gyrating drill bits, right? Which is the perk that I have on, and obviously the range perk that increases dispersion, right? And then you also get, in the same sense, you get the benefits of having basically your Madden setup, where you get the ability that reduces fire by 12%, reduces damage con by 12%, like reload. Now, obviously, there's a trade-off, so you have a shorter damage count. But between that perk, and then I threw Sheer on as an inspiration, that combines to make it about a 15% fire reduction versus a 13% fire chance increase for my slot 1 perk. So what I'm basically getting at here is that with 1 inspiration and that slot 3 perk, I've negated the big negative of the slot 1 perk. Okay. And at the same time, I've also reduced my damage count, which helps. Now you can add that in conjunction with a legendary firefighting perk, Fight Fire with Fire. I use the Fight Fire with Fire perk if there's not a torpedo threat, which you have to kind of play it by feel. I put out like single fires all the time, and the reason why is because that perk was only effective when the damage is on cooldown. So I don't care. If I'm in a position where I'm going to be constantly getting set on fire, constantly burned, then I'm going to try to kill that right away. That I'm going to try to knock that 1 fire out to activate that perk, right? You're also getting a 10% reduction in fire damage to your ship, which, say what you want about that class and that perk, but that's a big difference, right? That 10% is a big deal. So real quick, just point out something, the way this game is. No destroyers in this game. It's all cruisers, battleships. So that's something different. I've been having a lot of games where there's been a good number of destroyers, a couple battleships, and a couple cruisers, and I honestly think that is a direct result of the carriers. German battleships are worthless against AP bomb carriers. So, and battleships in general just can't they can't dodge carriers. So cruisers are the way to go. There you see a shot on the Archcog double citadel. I'm trying to put myself in a position where I'm going to be dropping spot without retreating here. So I'm trying to wedge myself kind of. And again, this build, I don't have a level 16 yet. I will very soon. I'm playing ranked or arena, whatever it is. It's arena this time around. I'm playing arena just for the insignia, so I'm just making sure that I'm above 50% to get the insignia, and then in the campaign I actually was just able to get the other insignia. So by Monday mornings into Sunday night, whenever it officially ends, I will have 5 insignias, and that means I will have Nelson to 16 to for the promotion, which is good because that means that then I'll have the 2 extra heals. So like this Monarch, instead of having 3, will have 4 heals, and my Duke will have 4 heals, and so on and so forth. So it's just going to make these British battleships that much more dangerous. So I'm excited for that. As soon as I get that, I will be playing some battleships, British battleships, and I will have that out. So you see here, I'm not in the best spot here at all, right? So I'm just taking my shots at people. I'm seeing what I can do. I'm seeing what's available. I'm taking what's available. We're up to 80,000 damage here, basically 5 minutes into the match. But just by switching targets, who's giving us the best angle or worst angle on their part? Who are we going to be able to take advantage of with a shot? And you see, I have the heals, right? So I got another heal coming in 20 seconds, which is basically going to heal 20 plus thousand HP. So I'm not worried about the HP. I know I drop spot. I'm going to give it a little bit of a cooldown here. This Vanguard's pushing around the corner, it looks like. So I'm just going to chill for a minute. I'm in a good spot. I'm going to kind of let my cooldown repair get active and build back up some of this HP, and then we're going to go back in, right? That is the key to this Monarch. You know, you're a tank, right? You're a damage attracting ship that can basically deal with a lot of damage, but you got a minute 30 plus cooldown on that repair party. So you can't just sit in the action the whole time and just be getting pummeled and focus fired. So I basically am in a position where I'm going to have to kind of deal with the two battleships on my own here, because I got one cruiser that can help, but not much else after that. And you see there's a 10k salvo, knocks out the Vanguard. Broadside Vanguards are not very sturdy. And you see I'm using the rear gun. That right there is an example of map awareness. And the only reason why I say that is because by having good map awareness, I realize, hey, I'm not going to be able to get my main gun on target here. So I'm going to have to use that rear gun in a different direction. Now, this, I know exactly what Siegfried is thinking here. Siegfried's thinking, all right, it's me and this Monarch. Let's close the gap. Let's close the distance, and let's get some torpedoes off on him. And so what I'm doing here, and thank goodness that wasn't AP, what I'm doing here is I'm just turning out. I'm just turning out, and I'm just going to start heading the opposite direction and basically kiting, because he has done actually a decent thing, and he's chased me out from my wedged in position of basically power and control that I can flex and prevent people from advancing onto the A-cap. So it was a good play by Siegfried to actually rush me here. I don't know why he's not shooting AP. He could be very dangerous, the AP. There's another 12k salvo, by the way. People who say the British AP doesn't work, you have to know where to shoot. You can't be shooting the same spot as you do with the US AP and whatnot. You have to be aiming a little bit higher, that mid-belt line. Now, with cruisers, you can aim waterline. I suggest you aim waterline with cruisers because they actually do get the job done there. No reason to waste that other turret. We just put one turret on them, got the sinking, and then we put the other front turret and the rear turret onto Suzuya. Alchikov pops up again. This guy's been hanging around for a long time, you know. So then we throw one shell at him, one empty one of the guns. But good job there by the friendly. I think that was the Wichita. Took him down. So Suzuya, we got a lot of fire starters in this game, though. Note that. A lot of fire starters, right? A lot of high DPM ships. Alchikov was here. There was a Wichita here. You're seeing a lot of high damage ships. And you see there, I'm just checking what the my detectability was. And the reason why is because if this Suzuya keeps kiting away, I'm just going to stop shooting. I'm going to basically bite my bullet, swallow my rounds. I'm just going to stop sending salvos out. I'm going to wait. I waited for that Suzuya to go behind the island a little bit so he actually can't see me when I throw the salvo at him. And that's the key. And I want to just bring this up here because I think this is going to be important and critical. I'm a little disappointed that the Japanese battleships are the only battleships that got concealment mod, when the British are basically spec'd for concealment. It's one of their benefits. Like, if you go and you look into the screen where it says description of the ship, right, and the info or whatever, I forget whatever tab it is. There you go. There you see us getting the capture in a battleship up to 153,000 damage. So, but anyway, back to my point about the concealment mod. If you go and you look, it says that it's well hidden, right? That it's got above average concealment, i.e. that it conceals a ship better than most of the battleships. Well, now with, like, let's say a Magi, Nagato, I mean, go down the line of battleships. Yami, you got Yamato now, right? All these ships have that concealment mod, which means what? My concealment has actually been negated. So one of the main benefits of the Monarch has been basically negated by the game. So by them not giving the opportunity and the option for that, it really hampers what I like to do with these British battleships, because I like to get into positions. I like to push and see if I can kind of get into an advantageous position like I did in this game. But that happens strictly because of islands and impeding vision. I want to be able to do that because I have the concealment to do that. So that's something that I'm hoping comes to the game in one of these next updates, because it's good. It would be sweet. It'd be a very sweet perk for these British battleships to have the concealment ability, concealment mod. So as you see in there, I'm basically trying to pick out what target to shoot at, but team ends up taking them down. We end up getting the points off of that battleship sinking. So I thought this was a decent showing in the Monarch. 167,000 damage, 2 sinkings, and a capture, 2 defense ribbons, 3,200 base XP. If you liked the video, leave it a like. We'll see you on the high seas, guys.